the Wowwy'z Workshop. How we doing, everybody? Can you hear me? Oh, gotta take this sound down. Oh my goodness. How is everybody doing? Okay, right off the bat here, I'm going to do a little adjustment. Got a new phone thingy. And I gotta be very, very careful. Because it's a magnetic connection, so hey, if I bump that thing or do anything stupid, it's gonna drop. How's everybody doing? How? Can you hear me, guys? Hello, Jane. Everything is good. Everything is running properly. Somebody just give me a 10-4 on this. Sounds good? Okay, then I am going to stop asking about that. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to the workshop. Welcome back. Today, I don't know if you saw the old thumbnail there, or we're going to be playing with this little doozy. Yeah, I'm going to use the Kutzall Burrs, the Kutzall tools that we got, because we are affiliates. Check out the links in the basement. Get yourself a discount if you use the link. Get yourself some good tools. You deserve some good kit, mate. Get yourself some kit, hey? Jeez. How you doing, Jane? So just to top it all off, you guys, just so you know, Grumpy slid in, number one. Dad was right behind. Yep. We got Black Widow, I call him Tim because he's my good friend. We got Black Widow wood carving. And we've got Jane in the house. Lawrence is here. Lawrence, I call him Larry because he's a friend. Friends call him Larry. So Larry Aldridge is here. And good old Carve Fusion popped in. But it was a quick one. He's out carving pumpkins and trees in the hot sun. Probably very pissy. And so he popped in to say hello. And then he said, my hello equals goodbye. Peace. And so he's gone. But thank you for popping in, Jordy. Christopher's Creations is here. Is my cane the only one black? Is your cane the only one black? Sorry, I don't understand. Hey, Jen, hello. Finally able to make it. Thank you, Jen, for coming. My goodness. That's awesome. Oh, your screen. Yeah, I think we're coming in okay. Give it a refresh, Christopher's Creations, because the other folks are seeing it. That's no good. So how's everybody doing? Guys, before I get too far, I don't think he's going to pop in today, but I just want to say this and get this off my chest. Our good friend, hello CC, yep, refresh it. Our good friend, brother, tribe member. He's a teacher to us. He's a mentor. He's just part of our family, guys. Matt Carves. He lost his little dog. Minnie, I believe, is her pet name. And I just want to say, Matt, when I saw that on Facebook, man, I was getting all hyped up here and getting all giddy, and I saw that, and I had a sharp pain shoot through my heart, man. It's like, I feel for you, bro. And you guys gave her such a good life. Be very, very proud of yourself as a guardian. You gave her the best life possible, and she's always going to be with you in spirit. She's out having little puppy adventures, but yes, there's always going to be a connection there. And much love to you, man. I'm really sorry to hear that, Matt. There you are, Bud says, Christopher Creations, he got that sorted. Wicked, because I want you all here. I want you here. You guys are my fam, my tribe. Jane is doing great, she said. And how are you doing, Jen? Thank you for coming. How's Darren? Jane asks. It's a rough one. It's like we're trying to figure out exactly why he feels the way he does, because there's got to be a source. And he wants so badly to just feel good enough to wake up and be able to do some art, you know? Like I say to folks all the time, that for Two Brothers One Vision, art is our savior. It gives us purpose in life. It gives us therapy. Working on art is one of the best medicines there is, you guys. Creating and getting your vision out. And I want nothing more than to have my brother back creating with me. So anytime you guys want to make a nice thought for him and send him strength out there, I know it helps. I know it matters. And we really, really, it's truly appreciated, and there's much gratitude. Good today, thank you, says Jen. Well, that's great. I'm so sorry. Condolences to Matt, says Scott. Thank you, man. And I also want to mention Black Widow Woodworking. Good friend Tim. His wife Jen has been battling cancer. She's on her last week of chemo, I believe. Is that what? That's how. I'm saying that right? And what a trooper she is, man. Jen is a warrior. Jen's journey is her Facebook and her journey, literally. You can go to Facebook and find that group if you type in Jen's journey. And it's just about supporting her, and she's sharing her everything that she's been going through. I know from my own cancer scare and fight in 2007 that it is one of the scariest things that you can go through. It was worse than I hurt my back in 2005. 2007, I found a lump where there shouldn't be, and then I had to get that chopped out. It was cancer. And it was the scariest part, like going through the not knowing and waiting for tests. And then after you have the surgery, waiting for the tests to see if it's gone. Like I just cannot convey what it's like. And so anybody that I know that is fighting that fight, I've been there, and I'm with you. I'm with you. And much love to Jen. And she's going to make it. She's going to get through this, man. She's almost there. You're welcome. You're welcome, Tim. You have all of our support. So everybody is just chatting. I saw that Grumpy's Laid Back Carving is doing a piece for Dalen's challenge. I hope I can make it in time to whip something off for Dalen's challenge. It's the Heart Challenge. Dalen's channel. I'm sure most of you know that. I don't know the exact title of Dalen's channel, but he's having a Heart Challenge that's just winding up. And I hope that I can bang something off. But Grumpy he sent me a picture in Messenger, and it's looking great, Grumpy. And I'm very, very proud of you, man, because I know usually you're doing things, you're a turner, and you're making your clips and everything else. An awesome creator. But to see you power carving or just carving, you know what I mean, is just an awesome thing. And you're very, very good. So keep it up, man. He waited until last minute. He says, yeah, I know. Isn't that the way? Like, And I've been doing so many things in the background. Like, I got a project out back, guys, that I haven't told anybody about except for my immediate family. And I can't talk about it because it's one of these things that it's an invention. And there's a lot going on with it. I actually want to get a patent and everything for it if the prototype works out. But it's something that I've had in my heart, a vision for a long, long time, and I've been working on that in the background. And then the whole Baby Vader escapade happened, and I was working on that thing feverishly in the background. Well, Baby Vader and Nibjib were working on it, I should say. But if you haven't seen that, guys, it's just like a 3-minute video. It's Baby Vader and Nibjib's gift, and they made me the most amazing. I got it right here. I can show you guys if you haven't seen. So it's a 2-part system. This is the breathing mask. Look at that. It's like so, it's so Sith. It's so Vader. So that's the part that goes here, and then the armor snaps over it. Look at that. The Darth Vader face mask, the one and only breathing mask. And it's functional. Huh. Darren and I came up with this idea years ago, right when I first started power carving and wearing face masks, because we are two of the most hugest Star Wars fans. We have a collection that is just mind-blowing. Like 10, 15 big Rubbermaid tubs stacked, all with vintage and some new, but they're all like complete sets and collections of Star Wars. Like we have the Ewok Village and every possible accessory, even the hardest things that you can never find. We sat on eBay. It was after we both got injured and we started, before we were working on a lot of art together, we did this Star Wars thing where we were like addicted to eBay auctions. And we compiled the most amazing the most amazing collection together. And when I started power carving, I was always wearing the face mask, and it was just, of course, we were sitting there talking about it in the underbelly, and it was like, you know what, man? We got to talk to somebody to make Star Wars themed breathing masks, like talk to 3M or whoever the frick, right? And like, wouldn't that be amazing? But of course, you know, we're just the little people. Like, how do you go about doing that? That's like, I got all sorts of jingles and things that could apply to like different stores or, you know, hardware stores and stuff. But I don't know how you would ever like actually make it happen, right? So our Star Wars thing was just something that we always talked about. We kept it secret because we didn't want anybody to know. But now it came to life, and it's so cool. It's so cool. And it was hard to do that. To chop that whole thing apart to make it so that it functions. That was one heck of a job, and I had to do it all secret, right? So, my God, goodness. Yes, give the thumbs up. Feed that hamster algorithm. The algorithm hamster, I should say. You know, you give me a like, he gets a pellet. You give me a sub, he gets a yogurt drop. And the algorithm hamster loves his yogurt drops. My God. That was a cool video too. Thank you, Black Widow. Hey, John is here. John is in the house. Hello and hi, everybody. John. Thank you for coming, John. It's always a pleasure, sir. So yeah, guys, today I did do everything in the vertical. Another thing I'm doing in the background is getting myself accustomed to and learning OBS Studios. So I don't know yet how it all works with vertical and horizontal. It might have to always be in horizontal when I use OBS. I don't know yet. I have to talk to Perry the Carving Wizard a little bit more about that. But eventually I'm going to have multiple cameras and stuff, and I'm not going to have to fiddle and fuss with the cameras and use OBS. So I'm trying to learn that in the background. But for today, I wanted to go in the vertical so we could reach some more people. I've been in landscape mode for the last 3 Wednesdays, getting Bing all finished up, and all that's left is Katie has to paint the tongue. But other than that, Bing is totally complete. She's in there, binging her little shining her shine, and doing her job as a little tiny light guardian. Oh, Bing. God love little Bing. So, folks, I guess I got all that going on. What am I going to do today? Well, first I'm going to have a sip of water. Huh. And I also don't know if you guys saw, but I just made a reel with Run DMC and Aerosmith, Walk This Way. Oh, what a track. I love that track. Oh, God. It just gives me chills, that song. And we made a new step. My good friend Josh Goulet came over. He's a really, really good just maker and construction guy. He's a professional painter, like house painter, right? And he has all the tools. You should see his DeWalt collection. My goodness. But we made a new step for Wowwy. That's why I might actually look like I'm a little bit taller today. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. I'm getting used to it. We got one of those special mats that you put like in the kitchen. A lot of people put theirs in the kitchen. I don't know what it's called. An ergonomic mat or something. It's supposed to be good for standing on. So I even got that on there. Happy Curmudgeon Carving is in the house. How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming, Matthew. I'm just getting the old breakdown now of what we're going to do today. Excuse me. Oh, look at here. What do we got here? LaRue is in the house. LaRue is in the house. And we got the newest watcher standing by, guys. Look at that. Hey, I got this new, let's see what happens when I do this. Jeez. Don't even matter. It don't even make any difference there. It's a new little light but yeah, this watcher is really, ooh, wow. This watcher, I Shosugi banned it, and then Shosugi banned it, and then dyed it green. And it's got a little quartz. It's holding the quartz, holding the light. And that was neat, man. I really, really love the Shosugi band robes on the watchers. So that was the newest one. And I'm just going to keep making them because as gifts and stuff, but as the Watcher Challenge goes, you know, I'll be working on challengers on the side and stuff to show and keep everybody talking about the challenge and everything and excited. And yeah, you know, bang off a little Watcher. You never know. I might even bang off a little Watcher today. We got to see how this goes. And what is this, you may ask? Well, I got to do this again. Bam! My goodness, that light. Woo-wee-woo. What do you think of that? This board had the natural knots in it, and even the little mouth. Woo! Woo! You know? And when you get a board like that, you gotta, what else are you gonna do? You know? You gotta use those. So it could have been an owl. I could have done a lot of things with that. But that's what I done. That's what I did. And yeah, we're gonna bang that out. We're gonna bang that out today. We got our Kutzalls. Well, actually, most of my Kutzall fine detail burrs are in this little thing that I have. So this little thing they're supposed to be in here. Where are they? Okay, here they are. Oh goodness, wowie! Oh, and I always drop this thing. So there they are. The Kutzall fine detail burr set. I have them all. There's the other one. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. She's just a little bit dirty. Sorry. But I got the fine detail Kutzall set. Very, very good tool set. And I also got this brand new. This came with my affiliate package. Affiliate. And it's the variety pack. And so Mike sent me that out with the stickers when I first became an affiliate. Because yes, I mentioned it before. We are the Kutzall affiliate and also Amazon Associates. So those links down there below in the basement, they bring you to the tools that we use around here. And all the Kutzall stuff, if you use my link, then you get a discount, an automatic applied discount at the end. If it does ask for a promo code, use promo code DIBB5, D-I-B-B, all in capitals, 5, all in one word. Somebody type that in there for me. Let me do it. I'll do it right here. DIBB5 is the promo code. DIBB5, no space, all one. Thank you, Tim, for being on the ball. Woo! She is warm in here, guys. She is warm. We're gonna find out if I'm gonna be paying for it for wearing cotton today, because I didn't wear my Lord's jerseys, which are amazing for carving in, guys. It doesn't the sawdust doesn't cling, and it breathes, and they're like a cool rebel vibe to them. Lords of Gastown, check them out. But yeah, the armless jerseys are perfect for power carving because you got nothing to wrap up in your sleeves, and they breathe, like I said. And yeah, I wear them all the time, but not today. Not today, guys. So I hope I don't pay for that. And I got my DeWalt fan. That's why it's doing this. I got the DeWalt just a blowing. My goodness. So yes, my plan is, like a lot of times, got the little bit of a sawdust in my nose. Sorry. Most of the times, anybody who knows me, I will take a carbide ball cutter on my flex shaft, and I'll go around everything with the little carbide cutter, because it's the most precise little cut I can get when I'm power carving, and it's kind of slow, and for a situation like today when everybody's watching and stuff, and I got to keep the people happy. I got to keep those people happy. I'm just thinking I'm gonna block it all out, the main part, cut it all out with the Kutzall Extreme, right? Go around everything. For this part here, I might use the little Kutzall ball. Oh, door's opening. I got the Kutzall. There's a smaller ball like this. Okay, and it's an extreme. And that's a really good one for getting around a little bit tighter things. And because it's a ball, you can kind of go around circles, like because the extreme has a taper. It's a flame. It's not tapered, but it's a flame, so it comes to a point. Okay. So this one here is the flame, and then that's the little ball, and those are both extreme. Flavor, I call it. The flavor. So that's extreme ball and the extreme flame. So when you're going around the big stuff, the flame is really, really good. But for me, when I'm doing lots of curves and stuff, I just like the little ball because I don't know, it's just I just have an easier time going around like the ends of those little fingers and stuff, right? So I'll use the little ball around that. I don't know if like I want to get a really nice sharp cut on the UFO. So I'm not sure what I'll probably just, bang it out with the Kutzall flame and then go in and define it. Like you can go in afterwards with even a chisel or a knife and really, really cut close to the lines. So basically I'm just going to remove the material that's around and leave the pencil lines is what is a better way of saying it without all of this freaking riffraff, all right? Jesus, wowie. These poor people, time is money. Time is precious. I just want to see what we've got going on here. The Kutzall bits work great. Thank you, John. I do agree, sir. I use Kutzall everything, says Dad. Love the ones I got. Let you do the work that they last too. That's right. That is, but I also carve with Arbortech tools. So do I, John. I got a stack right here of Arbortech that I want to do. I'm intending to do reviews. So they're just sitting there, and man, is it irritating sometimes when I know I got something up there, but I haven't done the review and unboxing yet, and so just chomping at the bit. I got the fine precision, the Arbortech precision carving system. I got the ball gouge, and I got this one here. This one here I'm a little bit freaked out about. But it goes on the angle grinder, and it's everything is backwards. I'm sorry, folks, but it is the industrial wood carver. So that disc has some cutters on it. That one I'm a little bit sketched out about, just because it's not, it's just a little bit out of my comfort zone. But that should be an interesting thing for hogging off lots of material. Hey, Possum, how you doing, Possum? Thanks for popping in, man. Bing! The Possum. I think my next purchase is going to be the extreme set for the 1/4 inch for my die grinder. That's awesome, Matt. I do need those too. What I got, I've got to make sure that it's all Kutzall what I show. But I got these two from Kutzall, and also a really, really pokey. Oh, he's right on the end. This one sec. I got these ones in 1/4 inch. An extreme ball, and then this cone in coarse, and then this ball nose in fine. I got those bad boys standing by, and they fit in my Fordham. In a Fordham 44T handpiece, they fit. All the 1/4 inch stuff. And that is this right here. That's the 44T Fordham SR handpiece. And that's just a regular key chuck. Or not key chuck, but key flex shaft. And I just got a sander head on that. But that's what I got for hogging out stuff. Hogging out the big stuff. The best way to get these handpieces on is just to give the pedal a little touch and push. Just like that. And the flex shaft snaps right in. That's what I'm trying to say. So yes, I got those big bad boys on hand if we need them, but I don't think we're going to need them for this little guy. We'll use basically all the 1/8 burrs, and I'm running a Dremel 3000 rotary tool with proper PPE, folks. Got to do the Carve Fusion spider check though. My God, imagine that. Imagine that. Don't imagine that, because if you imagine that, do I got grease on my face now? If you do imagine that, things will happen. Manifestation is true and real and very, very powerful. So don't imagine a spider in your mask. Just check for it, but don't imagine it. No. So I'm running the Dremel 3000 on a Dremel Flexshaft with Kutzall burrs. All right. Everybody's saying hello, possum. Until It's Gone is here. The Mod Squad. Hello, Wheels. How you doing, brother? Good night. It's evening. It's 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. No, it would be 10:30, I believe, in the UK. And shout out to all my UK viewers. I love ya. I love you all. Maybe even Mr. Strelly and Pauline are watching. I don't know. But if you are, my wee wonker, my wee plonker brother. That's what I say. Much love to yous. Just Carve Rob is in the house. Oh, lordy. Oh, Carve Fusion is back. I love it when they crawl up my nose from the mask. Ow. There's Jordy. I thought he was carving pumpkins, but he's here. Woo! Thank you for coming, Wheels. I hope you're feeling okay, brother. I hope the headaches are okay. I'm always thinking of you, bro. Just Carve Rob, looking for love in all the wrong places. Thank you for coming, Rob. Really appreciate it, man. Soaking wet willow pumpkins. Oh my goodness, Jordy. The willow pumpkins, eh? Well, it's a great way to use that willow up because you got quite the stack of it. So that's good. But I can imagine that it's quite the frickin' job. And if you guys don't know, Mr. Johnson is taking part. Well, he's not only supporting, because you see me, I've been starting to tag Carve Fusion in the new reels and stuff that are for the Watcher Challenge. But Jordy is not only supporting us, but he's taking part. And he's doing, Larry Dale's also doing a chainsaw watcher, but Jordy is the first one to start a chainsaw watcher. And there's never been one done so far. I've made the bigger ones, like my biggest watcher that has the antlers and that are all wrapped and woven in copper and brass. That watcher is my biggest that I've ever made, but I've never made one with a chainsaw, so this is all a big first, man. And Just Carve Rob makes pellets for his fire. Already spent 4 days on it and I haven't even started carving. Holy smokes, man. See, he tells me these things, but then he don't tell me what he's done. And so I'm just sitting here, just, hey man, how's that watcher going? Hey man, still working on the watcher? And I'm sure he loves all that me dinging him. It's a secret, he says. That's right. That's right. Well, that's how some things gotta be, right? That was like the Vader thing. I didn't show anybody. I might have told. I think maybe I told Jordy that it was being something that I was making, but I didn't tell him much, and he just forgot. And plus, he doesn't like the Vader face mask, so it's selective memory. But yeah, I made that in secret, man, and I wanted to show people, but yeah, I'm just a huge child, so yeah, it comes with a package. When you got a Wowie, you got a big goofy Star Wars geek kid. That's what I am. Yeah, I like the mask. Okay, well, thank you, Jordy, because it is pretty freaking cool. And that's a shout out to Baby Vader and Nib Jib. Thank you, little boys. I know you're not a Baby Vader, you're just small, but you have the force of the dark side. I know the power of the dark side and all of that. I know Baby Vader. They're actually just standing out there, chilling. Those two freaking Jawas, man. If they're not stealing your stuff, hey, they're really good at making things. That's what Jawas are all about. They're like droid specialists, but they're shifty and they stay up at night and they'll steal your stuff. So he's been staying for a while, that little bugger. But man, do I appreciate the face mask. And one more time, you guys, just because. That is frickin' fantastic. My goodness. I love that. And it's functional. This is the inside part. It has a proper breathing section. This is the real deal, you guys. Huh. They made it for me. Baby Vader and Nib Jib. Okay. Okay. I promise I'm going to stop messing with that. We got LaRue in the house. Already guys showed you, but you got to know LaRue. This is where all the music comes from Two Brothers, One Vision. LaRue makes that. We got that watcher that I told you about. Josugi Ban. Very easy for even the beginners, you guys. Even the people just starting wood carving. You can make a watcher. And I've made a couple videos and stuff talking about it. And I've done a couple lives. If you look past, there's a couple lives I've done just recently where I bang off a little watcher. It's very, very easy. And I show you the steps as I do it. And when I'm in vertical here, you'll see I just zoom the camera in and kind of point it down. And I'm not right over top, I apologize. But as I carve, I'm going to show. I'll show you, and I'm going to be, talking as I do it and do it to it, like we always like to say around here. And yeah, we'll get through. We'll make it through together, guys. Creation Dust is here. Holy smokes! How's it going? The Electric Whittler is here. How you doing, Josh? The Joshes will come rolling in right at the same time. How's it going, boys? Yes, Alien with the yes, that's right. That's right, Creation Dust. This is what's going down today. Thank you for coming, boys. Wow, we got a full house today. All of the big guns are here. All of the big guns. Ow. Thank you very much for coming. So, yes, yep, Carbon Fusion is here. Just Carve Rob. Creation Dust 777, Electric Whittler, Grumpy's Laid Back Carving. We got John, we got Dad Carves, we got Possum. Happy Curmudgeon, we got Black Widow Woodworking. The Electric Whittler, we got Grumpy. Grumpy's Laid Back Carving. We got Lawrence Aldridge in the house. We got Jane, we got Jen. Until It's Gone Carving is here. Wheels. Black Widow, I think I said. Yeah, we got a full house today, guys, and wow, we just really appreciates it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Because we need the views. We need the collective views, and this is for the tribe. This is we all talk and have a good time, and this means a lot to me. Yep, the cool kids are all here. That's right. I'm not sure what Abe Joe's doing. But we were talking earlier because we got something going on for old Frank. And so we were talking earlier. Yes, tribe is strong today. Wowie rocks his Creation Dust. You're a Josh right after my own heart. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. You rock too, sir. My goodness. I can't even begin to tell how amazing chainsaw carver you are. Everybody's saying hi and talking for read up question for frick's sakes. Read up question? Oh, sorry. What was the question? Do you want a watcher's shape to be like yours? Oh, it's totally up to you, Jord. I kind of like them. I just personally like them kind of with that, but the profile are usually like that. It doesn't have to be the exact same shape. Like, people are doing all sorts of different versions, like their own versions of them already. So I'll leave that up to you, man. But if it had a little bit of a definition of where the hood was, I know you can do it. But you could also leave that log, and just do what you're doing. Like, it's totally up to you, bro. but you're putting so much time and effort into it. You know, I feel bad saying, no, I want it this way and that way. You know, no. No, this is yours. This is your vision coming to life, brother. It's too hot for me to go outside, Lawrence? Yep, I did. I answered, okay, sorry about that. I need the company and I need to feed my creative side, says Lawrence. Yes, this is very, very important for our tribe, man. This interaction and stuff, and being able to talk to everybody and everybody supporting each other. This is a very amazing thing that goes on here in these lives. And I support everybody. And I want to say this too. There's so many things going on in the background. If you're out there and part of this tribe and part of the YouTube community, I want you to know that Wowie and 2B1V, we support you like you have no idea. I may not be able to watch every video and comment and stuff. I try my best, but I want you to know, man, like, I think about you. I see it go by and stuff, and it's amazing what you guys are out there doing. And we support each and every one of you. And I'm sorry I can't be more active at times, but doing my best. And you guys are freaking wonders. And you guys are making magic. And I'm just very, very proud of you guys. And I support you. I wanted to say that. Get it off my chest. I ain't part of no tribe, says Jordy. No, you're not, Jord. I know. You don't like the family talk and the mushy and the tribe strong and all that stuff. But you're still my brother. Bing! Jordy, this is what we call the WIP carving group is all about the tribe. Yes. Jordy's tribe strong. He's one of the biggest supporters out there. But he's just a crusty old grumpy guy. So you just got to understand how he conveys what he feels. Right, George? Doom! Here, give me some hearts, buddy. That's what you need. Some hearts. Larry is the most supportive supporters there is. Oh, jeez. Now, don't get me all beklempt. Oh, okay. I'm welcome to share the pictures I sent. Okay. I can't do it here. I can't, not that I know of. I don't know how to put in, I can't do that live, Lawrence. But I will share some stuff in a video, in one of my upcoming videos. I'll feature different carvers. It's called Tribe Mail and also Karma Carves that I do, Lawrence, and I'll make videos. If I buy a piece off somebody or if somebody sends me one as a gift, I'll make a video and then feature that artist. And maybe if we do something like that in the future, I'll be able to like put in all of your pictures and tell you your backstory and stuff. It's a really, really great way to support other folks. I really, really care a great deal about the Tribe Mail episodes. So maybe we could do that one day. Does that sound good, Larry? One of a mine. Greetings, y'all, from Oregon State. Hello, one of a mine. Here we got more. Everybody's giving hearts. Holy smokes, we got hearts going everywhere. Look what you started, Jordy. I just kidding. Thank you for coming, one of mine. Back to ya. Okay, well, I guess I should shut the frick up. Put my Arbor Tech. Yeah, that thing's going to be interesting. Have you ever tried that one, George? It's got those blades on it. I don't know. I'm going to do an unboxing and a review, but I'm kind of sketched out of that. Anything that goes on the angle grinder. I've got the paranoid from right when I first started power carving. One of the first things that Jordy taught me was that those frickin' chainsaw blade circle things, you do not touch those. And so anything from there on, man, it was, ground into my brain. Those are the danger. So now it's something like this that goes on the angle grinder I'm kind of scared of, but we'll see. We'll see. I have it on to it tight, Larry. I have one hang on to it tight. Oh, okay. Understood. Yeah, I got a DeWalt angle grinder down there that it'll be going on. 20 volt. The Arbitech tools are great, but I like the turbo plane better. Oh, okay, John, that's good to know. See, I need to know these things. Wow, he needs to. I'm always learning, right? We all are. This is also a very, very important way that we can all like share things and share our knowledge and share. Sharing is caring. And we all learn from each other. It's an amazing thing, this community. It truly is. Excuse me. Wow, I feel so tall on my new step. You touch the ceiling. That is strong. Well, you got to make things strong when you're 275 pounds. 6'2", 275, I ain't small. So, we are going to start getting set up here to do some carving. So like I said, folks, I am going to get set up here. I got a extreme flame burr in there, and it's, you know, it's sharp, but I got a sharper one here. I'm not going to use the brand new one yet. I'm really bad at that way. Well, it's because I don't have a lot of money for new tools, right? So when I got a new one sitting in its case like this one, I just like to sit there and adore it until it's completely necessary to break it out. Because, yeah, just because. So I got my not new one, but pretty darn close Flame Extreme Kutzall burr on there. We are going to change this camera just a wee bit. I'll do my best not to make you guys freaking car sick. Let's get carving. Ho ho ho! We are going to do it to it. Okay, guys, just a little shaky right here. Just a little shaky. No heartbreaking. Okay. I got this new phone thing, and because I got the iPhone 16 Max, and it has these new magnetic capabilities. But I got a magnetic thing that it snaps to its tripod thing, right? But the other ones, the old school ones, they screw on and clamp on. But this new phone, the old iPhone, no, I can't show you. But anyways, I had to upgrade because my old tripod clamps were pushing the new buttons on the phone. And so I would set it in there and turn the thing, and then all of a sudden it's like 911. Do you want an emergency call? It's like, no, frick no, I don't want an emergency. I'm trying to put you in the tripod, for frick's sakes. So I had to buy a new one that's magnetic. It's a magnetic connection, so I'm really scared that it's going to let go. I don't trust it. Okay, shut up, Larry. Here we go. Spider check. 1, 2, 3. It's going to get loud. Alrighty. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do the little ball extreme. The very soft wood is just plowing right through it. How are we doing in the talk here? Awesome, everybody's talking. Everybody's good. Okay, I'll just keep going. Woo! Yeah, I'll just keep going with that little ball. I'll keep going with that little ball, sorry, that's what I was trying to say. Holy smokes. Oh, how are we doing, folks? Are you still hanging on there with me? What do we got going on here? The vision right there. Might do a live after Wowwy'z, says Possum. I'll try and pop in if I can there, brother. Hey, Rhinestone. Rhinestone Suzanne is in the house. Hey, that one sounded pretty good. Hey, Mark Tries to Carve is here. Hello, Mark. How you doing, brother? Thank you for popping in, Rhinestone. Looking good, Larry, says Mark. Thank you, sir. Plowing through it pretty quickly. Not sure what this is. Don't even know where I got this piece. I think I might have bought it from Lee Valley Tools. It's a place out here. Well, I don't know if it's a Canadian company or if it's in America too, Lee Valley Tools, but you can buy I bought a bunch of rounds off of them, like cookies, and for wood burning. And yeah, the old Kutzall Extreme is just tearing into it like it's foam. So I'm just leaving the pencil lines and going getting as close as I can. And you know what I was telling you guys, usually I'll cut all that in with my little my Dremel Carbide balls, right? These little bad boys. That's just kind of like my tried and true, right? So I'm just trying to get away from that, to not have to spend so much time doing things like that when, if you just get to her and do it to it with the old Kutzall Extremes and don't be scared, you can really get a lot of material gone quickly, like you all just witnessed. Alrighty? Ooh, an alien. That's right. Pine, do you think? That might be right, Josh. It might be pine because it does have that. It does have that kind of Christmassy smell to it. I don't know if basswood has any type of smell, so I wouldn't know what a basswood smells like. But thanks, Rhinestone. Just getting her cut in. Got to start getting, getting those. You got to get when you're carving, folks. The shadow play is like your frickin' magic ability, right? You use the shadow play. And so as I get in here and get this material gone, I'm going to get into little spots like here, and I'll get right up close, and you do a little undercut, right? Little undercut here, little undercut there. And then once I get this established, I'm going to punch in here a little bit so that the neck and the chin are defined, right? Delineated is that the word? No, delineated. I don't know, but defined. So I'll take the material from the neck away a bit after I do that cut. So everything just has more of a 3D pop. That's what we're going for, guys. We want it to pop off the board, okay? We really want her to pop, and then we can start figuring out what we're going to do with the features. How I'm going to cut in these knot eyes and stuff. So we're just going to keep going. I'm going to have a little sip of water. Woo! Moving right along today. So is there. Hello, so. Under the bark. Bonjour, mon ami. Comment ça va? Is Wheels still here? Thanks for popping in, Wheels. I really appreciate that, brother. I know it's late. All my folks over across the pond. Is Steven's Carvings here? Steven's S. Carvings and his wife. Hello, va bien, merci. Merci. Et toi? I think. Et toi? It's all coming back to me from the grade 7. Very fine, she says. Okay. And I failed. Yeah, they called me. You know what? When I was in school, I saw Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I went from being a brain who was really, really worried about marks and being always at the top of my honors. After I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I just turned into an absolute asshole. And I saw movies like The Breakfast Club and stuff, and I thought, yeah, that's the way you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be a little dank at school. So, after Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I would go into the French class and I would just be a butthead, and they kicked me out. They kicked Wowie out. You know, I really wish that I would have took my school for more serious fashion than I did. But I thought the thing is to do is to get the laughter of the class, right? And be like Mr. Popular Big and give the teachers a hard time. But now I really, really regret that. Anyways, we're going to do that. We're going to get a little bit closer, and then I'm going to start using the other Kutzall burrs that I got to start delineating the sections. So on this here, I'll carve down a little bit. I'll probably use like a Kutzall right here. Look at this one. This here is a Kutzall. It's flat at the end. So, like I have ones that are here that are rounded. I don't know the proper term for that one. See, this one's rounded, but this one's flat across the top. So you use something like that flat one across the top, and you go use that flat edge, right? And then go along this way. And then just take some material down, and I'll remember where those 3 holes are, and then you just put them back on. And just take the material down a little bit, and then bing, bing, bing. And for those holes, I'll probably use either this one or the one I was just showing you. And you just use the shape of the burr, right? For those portholes. So I'll go bing, bing, bing. I'm not going to have the portholes popping out. That's just too much. Too much. So I'll just use that rounded one and go bing, 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 and then you got portholes. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, folks. So yeah, we'll just carry on. I'll just make sure I'm not missing anything in the... Reminds me of Live Long and Prosper. That's right, Lawrence. This little bad boy, he only has 3 fingers. Well, he has 2 fingers and a thumb. So he's working with what he's got, right? Yeah. This is turning out to be kind of fun. I'm liking this. And like I said, I'm going to try and do it all with the Kutzall burrs and not go to those carbide balls that I'm so comfortable doing all the time, right? And see if I can do all 100% Kutzall. So with that being said, I guess I will just carry on here. I'm going to have to get everything deeper. I got to get deeper and a little bit of an undercut. So I'll just be carrying on doing what I was just doing with that same ball. And then, well, actually, you know what? Now that we're to this point, I may switch it to a taper burr, okay? But I'm not going to go fine just yet. So I will go to a Kutzall coarse taper. And you'll see me. I'll get in closer to those sections and start being able to give it a little bit of an undercut with that Kutzall. That's a Kutzall coarse extreme. No, sorry. A Kutzall taper coarse. And it's a really, really good burr. I got the taper in fine, coarse, and extreme. I can show them to you right now. Just so, you know, I like to teach the people that don't know, that, you know, aren't part of the carving tribe yet, about all these tools, right? So we got the extreme, the coarse, and the fine in taper, 1/8 shaft. Cool? Cool. Well, good. You understand? Well, good. Wowie is ready to go. I had my little sip, I had my little break. Gives my glasses time to unfog. That's what makes me stop, eh? I kind of just go till those, because they're supposed to be I don't know, man. Like when I'm wearing the Vader mask, I put these ones on, they're supposed to be non-fog, But because the Vader mask doesn't have the proper down, like a hole in the bottom for the air to go straight down, I might even do that, is cut one in there. But yeah, these were fogging up really bad when I was wearing my Vader mask. And so that's not cool. It's not cool when you say something's like non-fog and then it fogs, you know? Jeez. Anyways. Well, face mask, spider check. Because you never know, those little buggers. Like I said, don't imagine it. Because the universe will make it happen. Just be preventive. Okay. Here we go. Go. That's what I like. Holy smokes, does it get warm in here. Oh, oh. So yes, you guys, more of the same, just getting her in there, punching it in there, getting closer to it, defining the edges, as you saw me going in there with the tapers. But I have to go around everything and bring it in tighter with those tapered burrs so that you get a nice fine edge around everything. So I know it's not the most exciting stuff to watch as it comes forward, but we're getting there. And we're getting there pretty darn quick, you know, for a Wowie, because sometimes I can be very, very meticulous and take a long time, as you guys well know. What do we got? I got to get caught up with you guys here. Holy smokes. Night Owl is here. Hello. Bye, Aiden. Good night, man. Sorry I missed ya. RCP is in the house. How you doing, RC Peters? Have I missed anybody else? Aiden is here. Jen's still here. Creation Dust is still here. Thank you, guys. Thank you for hanging in. Exhausted from my day. Yeah, are you tired? So I feel so. They. Of course, RCP. Looks like pine. Yes. Creation Dust said the same thing, that it figured it was pine. Good night, Aiden. Thank you for coming, man. Oh crap, gotta go charge my phone, says RC Peters. Okay, man. Well, happy charging. Thanks for coming by. My goodness. I'll just pull back here for a second. Talk a little bit if that's okay with you guys. Woo! She's warm. So yeah, I'm having fun with it. But. Like now is kind of where, when I'm on my own, I'll sit there, right? Get my little squares of sandpaper like I do, and then I start doing this kind of crap. For hours and hours. But I know that's not what people want to see on live television. But yeah, that's just, I'm just keeping it real, right? And also, we got these little sanding dealios. Where did I have one on there? Where did it go? I'm not sure where the cheap one went. But yeah, I got this one. This one here. It's a Pete Blair special. He made one. So I might smack one. It's just a mandrel that like one of his mandrels that he makes, that he adapted to make one of those little puffies on the end there, eh? And those are really, those are helpful, man. I don't know where my other one went. Usually everything is just right here. Oh, I see it. So, but yeah, I might throw one of them on. I know I got some little tiny, where are they? Over here. Sorry, guys. Little tiny sanding pads. I know I got some sanding pads somewhere. Oh, my new step is going. But I just noticed that I got a long pull bar on my step that pulls out because it goes underneath the creation station. If I'm not vigilant and I step on that bar, it's gonna break. And I didn't think about that when I designed that. So, oh wowie, always something, eh? One of those things, you know, you don't know until you know. You don't know until you've done it. But yeah, those little sanding pads, just go on one of them and you put that at low speed. Always at low speed, folks, when you're using those sanders, or you'll burn your machine out right quick. So I might use some of that to make my life a little bit easier. But we're getting there. Slowly getting closer to that edge, making it nice and clean. I want it to pop out. Like, well, the board is, say, let's say, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you real and raw right here. 3/4 inch, so 3/4 of an inch thick. So yeah, there's a couple spots here where I'm dancing with the devil, as they say. Ow! Joe! Well, that's not loud. That's how well he likes it. A little bit of danger. A little bit of danger in your creation, right? Keep you on your toes. But you see how that shadow's starting to happen, guys? These shadows, that shadow, you see the shadows? That's what we're talking about. That's our secret weapon, folks. That's what brings the stuff to life, right? But I really got to get in there with the taper burrs and clean up this hand. And then to cut in like the thumb and stuff, literally right after, you just use, like you use something, well, something like this on the fine taper burrs. A little ball like that. See, it's in fine. You pop one of those on them, on there, and you can use that to cut around the thumb line, and then on the edges of the nose there. Like you start going in and just defining things and just bringing them out. And I might use that one to go around the eye. So I do want the eyes to kind of pop out a tiny bit, but I'm not going to mess with those knots. I know from experience, you start trying to mess with these knots and they don't carve like the rest of the wood, right? And they can scratch really easily and stuff. So I'm just going to try and kind of go around them and just have them so that they're a bit of a bulge, right? You know, the classic alien gray kind of dealio. But yeah, coming along pretty good, I'd say. What do you guys think? Hit that like button, that's right. Thank you there, Grumpy. Give the algorithm hamster a little tasty treat for Wowie. You know, that algorithm hamster, he still doesn't trust me. And I'm trying. And if you hit sub, folks, if you're watching the first time, subscribe to the channel. Algorithm hamster gets a yogurt drop. Wowie gets a bing, bing, bing. And we'd like you to come join the family. Join the tribe. Join the tribe, man. Wowwy'z Workshop is welcome. We welcome you. And we appreciate you. Whoa. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got the dyed. I like it because it's I always had a crush on the Bride of Frankenstein when I was little. When I was little, I loved monster movies, like the movie monsters. I was infatuated. I wanted to be a like a sci-fi special effects artist when I was little, and I wanted to make monsters. And so I used to have I'll just say a crush. I was going to say another word. I used to have a crush on the Bride of Frankenstein and her hair, and it's happening to me now. Hey, isn't that like... So I got a white spot right here in my in my bangs. So, you know, another one of those things. If you like something and you think about it, it's going to come to fruition. It's going to look stellar, says Ryan. So, well, thank you. Thank you, guys. Does Matthew have to go? Good night, Matthew. Yes, it takes as long as... Do you have to go, Larry? Good night, Larry. Thank you for coming, sir. That's the way I see it too, Sophie. It'll take as long as it takes, right? That's right. That's right. Thank you, Josh. Thank you for still being here, man. Yo! We've got such a fucking wicked tribe and family, man. But yes, please hit the like button for Wowie. We're at 20 with 15 still watching. That's pretty good for a Wowie, but we can do better. We can do better, folks. Have a great night, Matthew. Thanks for coming. Little guy just has the munchies like me. That's right, Grumpy. At least you have hair, says Mark. Oh, Mark. Come on, bud. Here. You look just fine, man. Some people can rock the old, the bald head, and you wear it just fine, man. So don't worry about that. Woo! Warm. She's warm in here, guys. I better drink. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, it's a moon, right? It's a moon scene. So I'm thinking, And it's going to make it so I don't have to take as much material off, you guys. Well, he's thinking that once I get everything defined and to where I like it, I may show Sugi Band this background. Number one, it'll help with like how much material I have to take away. Because if I burn it and then sand it a lot, that takes away material, right? But then it's a night sky. And then there's some other things that you can do too, just for a little touch of, is after you've Sugi Band it, you can take a star screwdriver. They also make these ones called torque, I believe, screwdrivers. And they're a little star. If you heat that bad boy up with your torch and you brand it, I know it's the opposite. It's they're black, but on a dark, so if I I'm getting excited. If I show Sugi Band the background, dark, and then you use like wire brushes, and this works really, really good, Scotch-Brite on a mandrel, and you take it out after you've burnt it, take all of the char off, okay? And what you're left with, that wood really, really loves color and dye. So I could do that a dark blue, and then you take that screwdriver trick with the branding irons and do a bunch of stars in the night sky. And that's a really, really cool effect. I've done it on my Nomi hats, stars, so it's like kind of like a wizard hat. So yeah, I might do that with the background just to make it, pop. It's a night scene. There's a moon, there's a UFO, there's a peace-giving alien, You just, why not? Why not? We're the masters in this creation. It's all up to us. We make the decisions, right? So I'm going to throw that Peter Blair dealie on there and just do a little bit of sanding and see what happens. I may not even, I could just, no, I'll get you guys zeroed in and stuff. Don't want to give you guys a crappy angle and crappy camera work. Because when I did Bing Comes Alive, I apologize, folks, about that camera work. That makes me so mad. I'm going to make a whole new proper video about Bing, bringing her back and turning her on again and showing people, because that live, I wasn't happy with that. All the camera work, and I kept on moving around and I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the right light on her. So that's when I said, screw that. Wowwy'z is going to do better. So I bought this. Now this can clip on. I just clipped it onto my laptop here. But this. So you clip this on the top of your phone. And then when you're trying to get that proper light and you just can't get the room to do what you want to do, this little dealio is going to be a heck of a lightsaver. A lightsaver. Lifesaver with the light. And it'll just give you that, that little pop of light that you couldn't get. And that's what was happening with Bing. I couldn't get the right light. And so I kept moving the camera around and pissing around. And my wife said right off, she's like, you're making me carve sick. I can't watch this. And I was like, oh, Jesus. Because Katie tells me, she says, don't move the camera around. Like, people are sensitive to that. And if I do that and she tries to watch my live, she won't watch. She's like, nope, no. Makes me car sick. And I don't blame her, So, let's just try this Peter Blair dealie out quick. So this is one of his regular mandrels. And anybody who wants to get themselves any Peter Blair tools, he's really easy to find. He's the Mad Scientist. He has a YouTube channel. Haven't seen a video from him in a long time. But he makes these tools. And every so often, he'll make something for Wowwy'z and send it, and he'll just be like, hey, here's a tool that might help you with your creating. And frick, man, do I ever appreciate that. Pete, if you're watching this, if you're listening, sometimes he's in the background listening when you don't know. Because some people just don't want to talk some days, right? But he's watching. So we're going to give it a go. I got her set on slow, Pete. We're going to give it a go and do a little sand in there. And what else can we do in this day? Well, it's wrapping up. I'm going to wrap up at 4. That's a 2-hour show like we do here. And I also have a bathroom break coming. I've drank so much water. But I'll make it. I'll make it to the end. No worries, man. I've lived through worse, let me tell you. We'll do a little bit of sanding on that. And just a little bit of cleanup. And I'll probably go, I'm going to put that frickin' taper burr on, or taper in fine on the flex shaft right now, so I can clean up those fingers too before we go today. But this will be another, we could wrap this one up. We'll probably be able to finish this one in the next live, if you guys are cool with watching that, more of that, of this alien creation. What do you guys think? Oh, Suzanne's got to go. Okay. Time to find food. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very, very much for coming, man. I know, Suzanne, you got a lot on the plate. She is an amazing creator and content creator herself. Rhinestone Suzanne, look her up on all the YouTubes and the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all that stuff. She won't let you down. She's always posting really good stuff. And she likes to put text on the stuff so people follow what's going on. And even in a 1 minute short or reel, she can teach and get a lot across. And it's very, very awesome to watch. I'm proud of you, sister. You just keep on going. I'm going to support you all the way. I'm your biggest cheerleader. I promise. You have a good night. Weekend Adventures with Matt Watchler is here. How you doing, sir? Thanks for coming, Matt. I really appreciate when you come. Yeah, we just been giving her on this today. Wee-hoo. Wee-hoo. Come on. 13 viewers, we can do better than that. Jump, 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 jump. Get that algorithm hamster happy. So I'm just going to clean up around the hand here, get in tighter around these lines. Do a little sanding. Do a little sand and a little cleanup of that new Peter Blair deal. And see what happens. So we'll do that for the last little bit, guys. And then I'll bring you back and we'll talk a little bit before I go anywhere. Thank you for being here. There is no YouTube without you. Here we go, guys. One more little go. One more little go at the show. Oh no. What have I done? There we go. How's that? Right there. Whoa. Just punched my laptop. We'll do it like that. How's that? Okay. Well, I'm just going to put my face mask on, spider check, and just see what this thing how this feels. Let's see. Already? Oh, yeah. That works like a hot damn. Phew! Look at that, eh? Really cleans it up nice. Well, lost my pad. That's okay. I was probably pushing too hard. The down doesn't work great. Okay. I'm going to clean up those fingers quick.
Probably do it on time. All right, let's go. A little bit more here. Stupid me, I'm sitting here doing all that without my glasses. Man. But
I just get excited sometimes, and that's not a good thing to do, folks. So don't do that. Don't do like what I just done. Just hit that a little bit. My piece like that in there. I don't have the dust collector on, so that's why it's you see that the dust is going everywhere. Again, not the smartest move, but we're winding down for today. But I'm pretty happy with that. We really got a good jump on that. That was just a drawing when we started. Now, we're probably over halfway there, guys. What do you think? How? Hey? Oh my goodness, Claire is here. Matt? Did somebody say Matt? Oh, with Matt Watcher, okay. I was just making sure that it wasn't Matt Cars, because I'm really, I feel for the man. Claire told me is here. Hi all, just popping in to show some love to Larry. Can't stay because I'm watching in bed and the sound has the hubbies is off as the hubby sleeps. I understand, Claire. Thank you. Thank you so much for popping in, man. I really appreciate it, Claire. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you with a big line of these bad boys. And please, folks, before it's over, please hit the like for Wowie. I'm going to pull back, and I'm going to bring her on back, and we're going to bring her on home. You don't need to see my stupid mug. There we go. And I'll hit these lights so it's not so bad, not so bright in the cozy lights. Oh, guys. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. WIP Wednesday. I think we did pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Starting to get that cut out. Let's see what it's like in the cozy lights. It's not as easy to see all of them awesome shadow play that we're getting out of it, right? Ooh, ooh, peace is the way. Peace is the way. We're getting there, guys. Got a good jump on it. What do you think of that there, Claire? Pretty neat, eh? Just using the natural knots and made a drawing out of it. We think it's pine. And yeah, the Kutzall Extremes, man, just tore through that bad boy. But I'm pretty happy with that for the first day of it. And I'm trying to do it all, Claire, with Kutzall and only Kutzall burrs. So we'll see how that goes. And of course my sanding mandrels and stuff, that's just a given, you know. Anything that I do has got a ridiculous amount of sanding behind it. A maddening amount. You don't know, we don't have to go there. You don't have to ever know how much sanding Wowie does, because it's ridiculous. And I don't put it all in my videos because people wouldn't watch. It would be 16 hours of sanding. And I ain't shitting you. Oh, that was my first swear too. Sorry, Allie. Perfect placement of those knots. That's right, Claire. Just working with the old wood, right? Doing what the wood told me to do. Somebody says, what were you thinking, Wowie? I don't know. The wood told me to do it. I'm just following the wood. Oh yeah, speaking of wood, I wonder where Woodchucker Caleb is. He's a mod squad. Haven't seen him. Amy Jo too. Well, she's probably super busy. Amy Jo's working on a really wicked, like a native Indian skull warrior, like wood burning, carving combo. That's looking really, very tight. Tight and right is looking wicked there, Amy Jo, if you do watch this ever. Everybody saying hi to Claire. Woo! Is Creation Dust still here? Yes, he is. Thank you, Josh. I really appreciate that, man, for hanging in all the way, you guys. It sure does mean a lot to me. You have no idea. Classique, 19 hours. Oh. Oh, we almost made it? Is that what that means? Are those for me, Larry? Love you too. Yes. Those are for you. Those hearts are you. This is all for Claire right here. Woo woo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for hanging in, man. I really appreciate that, Josh. Gotta support my bro, he writes. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you to all the watchers. All Wowwy'z wonders, that's who you guys are. You guys are all wonders. And Wowie loves ya. Two Brothers, One Vision loves ya. Hope you guys all have a great night. Good night, so. Good night to everybody still watching. Reverend Joe, Divinity Rising Artwork. Dig it, man. Very fun to watch. Keep it up. Thank you, Reverend Joe. I hope you subbed and you're going to come back. That's awesome. We're getting there. We're getting there. And I may work on it somewhere. I might just wait until next week, right, guys? We'll see what happens, but whatever happens, you're going to be along here with me. Woo! That was a good session. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys all have a great night. I'm going to go have a quick rinse shower. Looking good, Larry. Thank you, Claire. Much love to you, sister. Have a good night. Bonne nuit. Bonne nuit. Is that right? Did I say it right? Bonne nuit? Hey, thank you, Mark. Thanks for being there, brother. You're one heck of a brother and supporter. Tell the daughter I said hello. And Bing says hello. Bing says she was thinking of her. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Creation Dust. Much love to you, Josh. Say hi to the wife, please, for me. Give her my best. Very much appreciate that you guys are all here for me. It means a lot. Have a good night, Jen. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was somewhat entertaining out there for you guys. Awesome, Mark. Well, with that, guys, we made it to 4:01. Well, we needs a bathroom break. So, that was WIP Wednesdays. Wowwy'z Workshop. There is no YouTube without you. Thank you for being here. See you next week. Much love. Wowie out.